you. And good to see you, Chris. All right. We are at page 81. See love in chapter 14. We are one heart. And the first beginning talks a little bit about this idea that we are leaving the age of reason and stepping fully into the age of the heart, where the expression of wholeheartedness is going to be the main expression of our being. And I wanted to read maybe one, let me see, stealing Iona's glasses, in case I look a little strange. Let's see here. All right. And I want to just read a couple of lines from page 80. But once the identity crisis is overcome or transcended, what sense can there be in believing in identities alien to the being of pure love that everything really is? When you identified with one gender or another, or with any of the forms of human personality, you are living in an chimera. I expect that's how you say it. Seeing infinite consciousness in all things is how to see love embodied. The way in which humans express themselves is completely irrelevant when considering their true reality. All right. And we come more and more to understand that it's the expression of being. Yes, the expression where now we express love in so many different ways is what we are after. And also I feel a little bit that now we're coming in the age of the heart. It becomes more of the consistency in all small matters. That is what we're asked to do. All right, see love. If you still believe that being more, quote, one way or, quote, another way, adds any real value to you, you are still confused about who you are. Naturally, the issue of the identity crisis has to be seen and resolved first. That is the function of many who have come during the time of transition, to bring this matter to awareness. They challenge structures with their unconventional ways of being. This will be expressed at all levels of human life. It will manifest more and more until everyone can see the love that everyone and everything is in their sisters and brothers. That is the function of this transitional time, where structures crumble one after the other. And that is really what we can see in life right now, yes? That these old structures are basically grumbling and then unconfessional ways, and for a lot of people who are younger, are actually coming up to the forefront. Yes, because their intention is different. Their intention is love. And by the way, welcome, Lily. We are at page 81, the second subchapter of chapter 14. It's called See Love. Eventually, everybody will remember that the only sensible way to see things is through the prism of love. Form has no intrinsic value. This applies both to the form of relationships and to the ways people and other living beings manifest themselves. The only thing of real value for embodiments of love is truth. All right, beautiful. Let's hear this one more time. Stephanie, would you like to repeat that to us one more time?
Thank you, Hub.
Yeah.
See love. If you still believe that being more, quote, one way or, quote, another way adds any real value to you, you are still confused about who you are. Naturally, the issue of the identity crisis has to be seen and resolved first. That is the function of many who have come during this time of transition, to bring this matter to awareness. They challenge structures with their unconventional ways of being. This will be expressed at all levels of human life. It will manifest more and more until everyone can see the love that everyone and everything is in their sisters and brothers. That is the function of this transitional time where structures crumble one after another. Eventually, everyone will remember that the only sensible way to see things is through the prism of love. Form has no instinct value. Can't say that word. This applies both to the form of relationships and to the ways people and other living beings manifest themselves. This applies both to the form of relationships and to the ways people and other living things manifest themselves. The only thing of real value for embodiments of love is truth. Thank you.
Awesome. It's intrinsic, but
Intrinsic.
it's so funny. I have that sometimes with certain words. It some seems so totally new, like I can't say it, but I know the word, yes.
Yes, I
So
know. I
we all
know
go
the.
through these phases.
Thank you. It's always embarrassing when I can't say a word, but I know the word. Anyway, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for rereading that in that way. It sinks a little deeper into us. Let's see what Frank has to say. Frank.
Thank you, Hub. By the way, those glasses are cute.
Yes, and they're kind of feminine, isn't it? They look good on Iona, but not too bad for me.
I couldn't resist. Wow. The integration that is happening, and I know it's not just me. In fact, I know it so well because I see it witnessing and arising out of each one of you. I really do. But yesterday, and I've been searching all week for this phrase that just wouldn't leave my mind. And it had to do with opening the floodgates of unconsciousness. So I want to tie something in for me that was lived this morning and is being lived, and hopefully being strengthened in me and offered to you as well. Once you undertake the path of enlightenment, which is the awareness of the Christ that you are, you begin to expose everything that happens in your mind, body, and heart before the blessed throne of truth. The purpose of this first step is to open the floodgates of unconsciousness, to cease living a life defined by what you are not. What I am not. Wow. You know, this personal and private relationship that I started, well, I birthed and started cultivating from the time I was real little, I guess. When I got somebody to come into the room and feed me when I was crying, I started there, I suppose. And then it just built on itself with all these images and stories over the years. Well, that's been out of sight. That inner conversation that I've had with myself, with my roommate that I have not listened to, that really is the me that's been tugging at my shirt to stop. Sit with me, take a deep breath, and just be with me. That's wholeness for me. And that invitation at that point automatically brings in the Trinity. For me, it's gotten to be such a very personal relationship with Jesus and Mary. And so that desire to live daily life in relationship, am I going to live it with this false self? Well, in order for me to let go of that false self, I've got to see it. It can't be fixed if it can't be seen. I'm not the one that needs to see it. It just disappears when I stop and join with the me that's just experiencing all this stuff and is not heard. So then I tie it back into today's reading, and this is how this stuff is integrating. Naturally, the issue of identity crisis has to be seen and resolved first. That is the function of many who have come during the time of transition, to bring this matter to awareness. Story after story, person after person that I'm hearing here, it's my way of living life anymore. And it's all in experienced up here. I might think I'm seeing a tree out here, but the relationship with it is in my mind. And for me to bring that experience back here and share everything, body, mind, heart, with my inner spirit with Jesus and Mary, that's just a whole mind joined in the Trinity that is God. And I guess the last thing I would add to that is in that state of grace that I chose to create and have the ability to do now, I know you live there too. Thank you.
Yes. Beautiful though. Like, yes, we have to see it first, yes. And then when you can stop it, yes. That's where the song came from, stop in the name of love. So it's a process, yes, from unconscious to conscious awareness to conscious action. That's beautiful. Ruben, and then Chris.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, the issue of the identity crisis has to be seen and resolved first. Before I do, or before I respond, I need to know, who are you, Ruben? What are you? Are you this or that? And God, from that place, yes, everything becomes more easy when I know who I am. Am I a body with a spirit? Or am I a spirit with a body? I am a spirit. I am a spirit. In the moment, I mean, that it was 2005, when I embraced the spirit. I say I am a spirit. And little by little, everything starts to crumble, to fall down. Wherever is not a spirit, it starts to go, vanish it. My father died. Has to go. But he showed me the way. You are a spirit. Business fall. Hey, you are a spirit. Systems, government system fall, come and go. You are a spirit. And I hold myself to the spirit. I am a spirit. Everything starts with me and everything ends with me. This moment. Today, resurrection time. I start my resurrection 2005. And from that moment, crucifixion is gone. And little by little, resurrection is gone too. Those two together brought me to that oneness, to my reality that is love. And from that place that is now, it's always now, always present. And that is beyond the form, beyond the mind, beyond whatever I can say. Right there in the void, right there in the virgin state, I became the Virgin Mary. I became the Father. This moment, now. And from that place, I can wear all kind of glasses. I am both. Not both. I'm everything. I'm the glasses. I'm the feminine side. I'm the masculine. I'm the dog. I'm everything. I am a spirit. I am a spirit. And when everything, wherever, approach me, that's my answer. I am a spirit. You are a spirit. You are a spirit. But you're still a spirit. We never stop being children of God. We never stop living from love. We are love. We are the embodiments of love. And that's what we share wherever we go. That's what I share wherever I go. So thank you. I'm complete.
Thank you. Beautiful. Yes, here we are. Yes. Different expressions, but the expression now is tied with the being, yes? Very different. And so now we make God known through expression. Beautiful. Chris.
Happy Holy Day. Happy Resurrection Day. So good to be here. Yeah, this is powerful, this reading. I like what Ruben was mentioning about the identity crisis and to respond with love, and how sometimes within ourselves we could feel a breakdown happening. Like some people call it a nervous breakdown. There was a scientist that won the Nobel Prize in chemistry for his work in thermodynamics. He studied how systems behave when they are far from equilibrium. They become unstable or stressed. He discovered something he called disruptive structures. It happens when systems become unstable, pass through disorder or chaos, and then reorganize into a higher level of order, just like a star in the universe, a system. He showed that that happens. Well, lo and behold, it happens within also. I've experienced an inner, as I'm growing, evolving, becoming in higher consciousness, the old ways of looking, belief with accompanying emotions enmeshed in it will start to become sort of unstable within. And that's a good thing. It's a good sign. So many friends that I've talked to in groups, recovery and things like that, they said they're feeling so confused within themselves. Well, that's a good thing. Hang in there, because there's some identities that are coming up to be undone. They call it sanskaras, where the certain ways of looking are enmeshed with feelings. And now that we're going through a higher consciousness to look at that and give them over for its undoing. But it feels uncomfortable as that's coming up, and we're consciously doing that. So yes, old ego structures crumble, and what I believe what we're seeing nowadays is that happening, and there's an outward picturing of that. And yeah, I've experienced it myself, and it feels uncomfortable, but like Ruben said, stay with the light, stay in your identity, stay the one self united with the Creator, at one with all aspects of creation, like today's lesson in the Course in Miracles, and watch that crumble, because it's ruled by the law of impermanence, where it's not permanent, as the Buddha would call that. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, this idea of even if you relate it to the idea of sickness, yes? In a sense, sickness is instability, yes? Because the truth is arising. So everything what is not in alignment with that now needs to be healed. Beautiful. Lily, and then I also see Frank.
Hello, everyone. Last night I experienced no sleep, and I was thinking to myself, you were out in the sun, you worked hard, you had plenty to eat, I'm going, why am I not sleeping? And then I heard, let it come. Thoughts. It's like the floodgates, Frank, opened. Maybe when that veil is thinner and so many things coming, and then I caught myself judging those thoughts, and then I heard my knowing, the all-knowing, say, rest in me, or kind of like, I'm taking that now. And then I just knew that it was just the past. It was the consciousness of the world. It was just stuff. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get in my chair. I'm just going to help this. I'm going to meditate. And I did, and found a lot of peace. But then what I noticed is that I came to this place of dialogue. And so then I started to ask questions like, just questions that were in my heart to know about different people and helping me see them, and like the global gathering, or like the purpose of this, and I heard these just marvelous words of comforting words that told me that I've always been in the heart of Jesus. I heard particularly, and I heard that Jesus say, I don't know, maybe it's like I'm your guardian angel, or not those words, but I've always been with you and you've always been with me. And then I had this just sweet, like just humble release of I'm crying to know I'm so held and I'm so holy.
Yeah.
And that I have all the answers that I need when I ask.
Yes.
And all that stuff coming up is good. Just embrace it, don't judge it, just know that it's like it's opening the floodgate.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share that experience of true identity and resurrecting from my past misperceptions and seeing. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Lily. It's interesting. We are coming in a time where one single sentence or one single word turns the corner. And the reason for that is because it's coming from being. Yes. So Jesus, whatever he said to you, was a very simple thing. But because it came from being, yes, you were erected. Yes, from sleep, you were resurrected.
Wow.
In that name, it's the simplicity of that. And I think that's something we also come to understand with each other, that less and less, from one point of view, words are needed, but words coming from a certain place
Wow.
brings the whole level up. Yes, that was the dog, God speaking backwards. Dog spelled backwards. All right, Frank, let me hear you.
If I can click off my hand there. Let me sink into this for a second. Chris, you were talking about, I pronounce it samskara. I have no idea how it's pronounced, but I do know that it exemplifies the storage of energy somewhere in the body. And it could be a story about your body, could be a story in your mind from the old stuff, could be a story that involves emotions. All those pieces are in there, but it's stored in your body somewhere. Some of you have, and some of you repeatedly, have seen my example of using an old wooden kitchen match. That when something like that comes up in our mind, it ignites, and it is pure energy. And the idea that we need to allow the experience of that energy to be felt and feel it die down, we are in relationship with it when we find that energy in our body. And in that closed eye invitation to experience it with whomever you want. But there is a relationship in there that wants to join with us. And we just embrace that relationship and experience it together.
Wow.
I
think that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and our attitude to it is, of course, very different now. This, let's say, flaring up of that match is now immediately being seen in a different context. So it is seen in a neutral way. Yes, there's no judgment anymore. Oh, that is interesting. And it's being seen and allowed to manifest, but we don't identify. We are immediately going into the watcher observer. Yes. And we see it, we feel it, we experience it, and then, all right, well, that was interesting. Yes. And then we go back with
Wow.
my father and I are one. Yes. Ruben, and then Chris.
Wow, what a beautiful sharing. And thank you, Lily, for bringing. Look at this illustration. She spent the day in the physical world enjoying it. In the sun. She got to sleep. And suddenly in the sleep, the voices. They're talking. Now she's taking us from the physical to the mind. And in the mind, she hear a voice. The spirit. Oh my God. And she called herself those three lilies. The physical, the mind, and the spirit. And she's spent, I don't know, she's able to have that dialogue with the spirit. And she's able to come back and tell us, look at that. She can do it. Everybody can do it. But it's a transition. Can you see? It is the transition. She's still there. Physical, mind, and spirit. One with the Father. My Father and I are one. Now go back to the physical world and let these children know. Embodiments of love. Wow. Thank you. It was beautiful. I'm complete.
Thank you. And it's also good to keep in mind that we are step-down transformers. So we do or are asked to or agree to transform certain energies in the world. We had a good day. Okay, you're ready. Tonight you're gonna get it. Oh, I'm all ready for that too, because then, of course, there is support, yes, because that's how it needs to happen in our world. We all need to do our thing. Chris.
Yes, I really appreciate how Ruben described what Lily was experiencing. He took the words right out of my heart because I was about to praise her in regards to that, but he illustrated it so beautifully. And yes, I really appreciate her holding her identity and bringing the embrace of love into what she was experiencing and transforming that. It was such a beautiful example of what we're reading here. Thank you. I'm complete.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. All right, let's read a little bit more. Thomas, I have not heard from you for a while, so why won't you start us off with, but what is the truth?
Okay, thank you. But what is this truth that the new humanity brings resplendent to minds and hearts? So much so that no one can fail to see it. It is the truth about the identity of all beings as enlightened. A physical body and earthly experiences does not cause them to cease to shine in glory. Wherever they go, they spread love. They embrace in holiness. They communicate embodied divinity. If you identify with a gender or believe that one identification is holier than another, you are believing that form is essence. That naturally denotes great confusion regarding truth. Being and expressing are two inseparable dimensions of unity, but they are not the same. This you can easily understand. You can be as love created you and simultaneously express yourself as if you were not. You are capable of acting. In fact, you do so every time you stop being yourself. Can you love your sister or brother in all circumstances? Can you extend love to all living beings, regardless of how they manifest or behave? Of course you can, because you are an embodiment of love, or these words would not have reached you. Going beyond form to the essence of things is the gift of love for all beings.
Awesome. Let's stop there. That is beautiful. Well read. We could really nice absorb that. Let's hear this one more time.
Before we do, I want to say one comment.
Yeah.
Went to a workshop one time. They were describing kind of like a definition of a mystic, and it was seeing beyond appearance. And so I think that kind of fits right here. That last sentence says, going beyond form to the essence of things is the gift of love for all beings. Yeah, so seeing beyond appearance. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
That's the mystic in us.
Yeah, seeing beyond form. Yeah.
We can walk this world like that. You claim it. I'm a mystic. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we are all the mystic when we are coming from being, yes? We go from hype to mystic. Yes, from Stephanie to mystic. Beautiful. All right, let's hear this one more time. Dominique, would you like to read for us?
Thank you, Herb. It's a magnificent day. I have to say that this is one of the toughest days of my life because the love of my life, my mother, is suffering tremendously and she is in the passing stage. And there is nothing who I would love for myself more than loving and kissing her. And I am here. But I have to say that Spirit, thank you. Thank you, every brother and sister who are so extraordinary, strong and real with me. And I just know because of the infusion of being just the word that you were saying, Herb, a mystic. I am a mystic and I am a Marie Madeleine and I came for love and I adore the word of Lily this morning and I adore everyone. The gift of transcending in this lifetime is beyond my greater imagination of what love can do for me. And I am not resisting anymore because I have tap, like you said, in the core of the truth. Thank you, Herb.
Yeah. You see, this beauty that you can be, you can actually be with your mother, yes?
And
I mean, this is...
Yes.
And then that sounds like music, isn't it? That's interesting. Music came on. So
thank you.
That's significant. You can be with your mother by just connecting. It's so yeah. that helps.
I have felt this resurrection of myself for a few days now, and today is huge because I am bonding with all of you, and my mom is so proud of me. Thank you. You still?
Yeah, we are there with you. We're here.
You still want me to read?
Absolutely.
Where do I start?
That was just the encore. The prelude. But what is this truth?
Thank you. But what is this true that a new humanity bring resplendent to mind and heart? So much so that no one can fail to see it. I read that again. But what is this truth that a new humanity bring resplendent to mind and heart? So much that no one can fail to see it. It is the truth about the identity of all being as enlightened. A physical body and earthly experience does not cause them to cease to shine in glory. Wherever they go, they spread love. They embrace in holiness. They communicate, embody divinity. If you identify with a gender or believe that one identification is holier than another, you are believing that form is essence. That naturally denotes great confusion regarding truth. Being and expressing are two inseparable dimensions of unity, but they are not the same. This you can easily understand. You can be as love created you and simultaneously express yourself as if you were not. You are capable of acting. In fact, you do so every time you stop being yourself. Whew. Can you love your sister and or brother in all circumstances? Can you extend love to all living beings, regardless of how they manifest and behave? Of course you can, because you are an embodiment of love, or this world would not have reached you. Going beyond form of the essence of thing is the gift of love for all being.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hub.
Yes, beautiful words. Thomas.
I would like to read that last sentence for you, Dominique. Going beyond form to the essence of things is the gift of love for all beings. It seems like your mom's in France. It seems like you're in America. But beyond form, the essence is absolutely one. And if we go back to a paragraph, it says, they embrace in holiness. They communicate embodied divinity. There is no separation. Continents cannot separate. Your mother is here and you are loving her right now. And thank you for inviting us to love your mother with you. Yeah.
Beautiful. I don't know if it was Socrates said something like nimble thought may jump.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Thank you. You see, Iona knows Shakespeare. You want to say it? Oh, well, she doesn't know off top. I know only the first line, roughly. Nimble thought may both jump, land and sea, and then something to be where they want to be, because there is no time dimension, no space dimension. Yes. So that's the beauty. When we connect in unity, yes, we connect directly to spirit. Yes. So a loving thought can be there right now. Thank you for sharing, Dominique. Ruben.
Yeah, the second paragraph is on page 82 on top. Being and expressing are two inseparable dimensions of unity, but they are not the same. I repeat, being and expressing are two inseparable dimensions of unity, but they are not the same. And I have the physical body in one side. That is expression. And I have the spirit in the other side. That is being. So the being is always with the Father. Wherever we express, I can express separation, and I did it for many years, or I can express love. And now knowing this truth, now that all the power, the physical, has come from the mind, and all the power the mind has come from the spirit. I embrace the spirit. I embrace the spirit. So at this point, the mind is in the service of the spirit. And of course, wherever the mind goes, the body goes. He cannot stay without me. So I follow you, Ruben. That my body say. Not only my body, all bodies, all thought in my mind follow the spirit. So thank you. I'm complete.
Thank you, Ruben. Yeah, that's the beauty what we're getting to, yes, when we become expressions of being. Yeah, expressions of love, many different forms. Caitlin?
Hi, Dominique, I just wanted to say thank you for sharing the 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 tough time that you're having, especially if you feel like today is like the worst day ever, that you even showed up, that you're here, I think is amazing. I just wanted to say thank you for showing up, even though you are like, yeah, I can't imagine. So, and I wanted just also, I'm sure you're aware that Mama's about to go like be back home, and um, I don't know. I just like there is no death, and I know that she's, even though it is very difficult now. Like I don't know. I just hope it brings you lots of relief to know like how exciting this is for her. That she's completed whatever she needed to do here. So that's amazing. And it also made me think, I cannot remember exactly which book it's in, but how, of course, you know, we're bringing heaven to earth, and how that's going to manifest, you know, even Yeshua doesn't know like how that's gonna like what it's going to be for us. But I do remember in particular, he was saying how I can't remember, it's like disembodied relationships are going to be kind of more normal, that people will look at us and be like, who are they talking to? And to me, I always thought maybe that was like, we'll be able to see the angels finally. Like that's something I've been praying for personally, that we'll actually be able to see them and talk, you know, talk to them, that we'll be there, you know, wherever they are, like, like we'll be there talking to them. That's kind of like what I thought, but also just a second, listening to you sharing also, I'm wondering, again, I don't know how it all works or how it's going to work, but like if as heaven comes to earth, I know there's people who can already access the other side and speak to loved ones and all that jazz, which I don't know how everyone feels about that. But just to me, that kind of feels like the spirit will be much more accessible, just like in our daily life. And I don't know, that just brings me a lot of hope and joy and excitement. So I just wanted to share that and say thank you, Dominique, for being vulnerable, and everything's going to be okay.
Well, we're all looking forward to these connections, and for sure these connections are going to manifest more and more in our life. And thank you for pointing it out, Kaylin. All right, let's read on a little bit more. Let's see, Frank, can you read us all to the end of this chapter? Thus, there is no reason for you to be concerned.
Thus, there is no reason for you to be concerned with appearances or identified with the external. Since you know the truth, you know it because that knowledge dwells in your heart and you have become aware of it. Why else would you be here, listening to me, the spirit of wisdom, with loving attention? Just because certain people, organizations, and structures manifest themselves in a way more in line with your learned way of thinking does not mean that they are closer to truth. It simply means that they are better known to you. Remember, the separated mind likes to reconfigure everything so it can create its own reality, which is as far from the truth as east is from west. Embodiments of love extend love because that is what they are. They do so using all forms of earthly expression. They never identify with anything temporary because they know that their eternal reality, If someone identifies more or less with a gender or with any other aspect of creation, they just respond with love. They demonstrate with their lives that love does not stop at form, but is joined with content. If a form extends love, they become one with it to create a new holy love. If the form does not express love, they know that there is an opportunity to give and receive love in an unending flow. That is the only function of everything created because of what it is, nothing more and nothing less. Blessed are you who hear my voice and follow it.
Right, thanks, Frank. I want to hear this one more time as before we go into meditation. And Iona, give her glasses back. She can read for us one more time.
Thank you. Thus, there is no reason for you to be concerned with appearances or identified with the external, since you know the truth. You know it because that knowledge dwells in your heart and you have become aware of it. Why else would you be here listening to me, the spirit of wisdom, with loving attention? Just because certain people, organizations, and structures manifest themselves in a way more in line with your learned way of thinking does not mean they are closer to truth. It simply means that they are better known to you. Remember, the separated mind likes to reconfigure everything so it can create its own reality, which is as far from the truth as east is from west. Embodiments of love extend love, because that is what we are. We do so using all forms of earthly expression. We never identify with anything temporary because we know our eternal reality. If someone identifies more or less with a gender or with any other aspect of creation, we just respond with love. We demonstrate with our lives that love does not stop at form, but is joined with content. If a form extends love, we become one with it to create a new holy love. If the form does not express love, we know that there is an opportunity to give and receive love in an unending flow. That is the only function of everything created. Because of what it is, nothing more and nothing less. Blessed are you who hear my voice and follow it.
Thank you for reading that. It's now we and not they. So that's good. It's beautiful. All right, let's use a couple of minutes to be the embodiment and extend that love. So just become aware of your body as a vessel where love can be extended through. And now we allow that beautiful golden violet light to enter through us, through the crown chakra, through our bodies, and into Mother Gaia. We feel ourselves being filled up with that golden violet light. And we extend that into this beautiful, loving planet. The mother that supports us in all ways, in all forms, in all expressions. We allow it to flow through us. Thank you all for joining to extend the love that we are and the love that comes through us to this beautiful planet so that she may heal and we will heal with her at the same time. It's one big, happy planet. And we're dancing on her surface. Thank you all. It was lovely to be with all of you here in this way. And Chris, just hold your thought till next time. See you guys. See you
Thank you.
tomorrow, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.